my time, and I feel in my prime, and I enjoy this kind of moments. I feel I'm in my prime. I feel more confident, more strong, and everything.
I honestly believe today nobody can beat Canelo Alvarez.
Breaking news of Canelo Alvarez turning down the Bivol rematch in order to fight Triple G next, where Canelo Alvarez said, quote, "In the next few days, we will announce the September fight. Surely it will be against Triple G, because we already had that agreement, but I will also fight Bivol again." End of the quote. Maybe Canelo will fight Bivol once Bivol retires like Floyd Mayweather did. That's when you can expect Canelo to come out and call out Bivol after retirement, pretending that he won a fight, since that's exactly what Canelo Alvarez did when Floyd Mayweather destroyed him. For years, Canelo Alvarez never mentioned Floyd Mayweather's name. He never called Floyd Mayweather out. Until Floyd Mayweather retired, that's when Canelo Alvarez all of a sudden grew the cojones to call Floyd Mayweather out, claiming he's gonna knock Floyd Mayweather out years after Floyd Mayweather retired, knowing damn well there is zero possibility that the fight can happen. That's why Canelo Alvarez came out and made some outrageous comments that he himself doesn't even believe. But ironically, history always repeats itself, where the hype job Canelo Alvarez got exposed once again, this time by Bivol, in a cherry pick that gone wrong, where Bivol owned Canelo. He took his soul. The European assassin Canelo got assassinated by Bivol every single minute of every single round. Bivol beat his tail, and after a beatdown like that, you would think Canelo pride or cojones would get him to activate the rematch clause, but absolutely not. Canelo Alvarez is not cut like that. He's an old media industry plant. I mean, every legendary fighter in history, when they lost, they came right back to avenge their loss. However, Canelo doesn't even have the cojones to take the rematch, let alone the confidence to win. Truly, Canelo Alvarez will go down in history as a legendary loser, as the best pound-for-pound loser of all time. He lost to Floyd Mayweather Lara, and now Bivol, without avenging any of them losses when he was in position to. Furthermore, I told you all that Canelo was gonna duck the Bivol rematch. When Canelo responded to the question of him fighting Bivol next, would he activate the rematch clause? Canelo responded by saying, "I have to talk it over with my team." And I'm over here like, talk what over? You at the heat of the moment. There is nothing to talk about but Bivol whooping Canelo every single round. That's what Canelo needs to talk about. But you know what Canelo said? I won the fight. I definitely didn't lose. Well, I got bad news for you, Canelo. You definitely didn't win. Even with the judges' scorecards in your pocket, Bivol whooped Canelo so bad that the referee, the judges, nobody could have saved Canelo from that beatdown. At some point, Canelo was so frustrated that he looked at the referee like the referee done jumped him or something when Bivol hit him with an 8-punch combo. Nevertheless, we can't ignore the excuse Canelo is trying to make to why he's not fighting Bivol next, where Canelo said it's because we already had that agreement against Triple G, which is completely false, because Canelo had the option to fight Bivol in a rematch or Triple G, according to Eddie Hearn himself and Canelo team. In addition to that, we all know a rematch clause trumps everything. And we all know for a fact Canelo has a rematch clause. However, he chose not to activate the rematch clause because he knows he cannot beat Bivol. He knows Bivol is better than him. If they fight 100 times, Bivol will whoop him 100 times. Bivol simply has Canelo number because Canelo is so flawed. Where Bivol proved that Canelo is so overrated, he done kicked Canelo out of the pound-for-pound list, along with beating the contaminated meat out of Canelo. And that's not the only thing Bivol beat out of Canelo. Bivol also beat the English out of Canelo Alvarez, where Canelo done forgot how to speak English. And last but not least,
168 for all of belts. Of course, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Why not? Yeah.
It's not about it's not about who bigger. It's fight about who's good boxer, who can use his skills, whose skills better.
The thing that excuse with the weight just doesn't make sense because Dmitry exactly same weight. He's not a big guy. He's not Zurdo Ramirez or those guys who weighs 200 pounds. Dmitry is 185, 188 walk around. So it just doesn't make sense. All the weight issues and stuff like that. Dmitry was accepting 168.
Yeah, I remember that.
He wanted that fight because he wants all the belts.
the irony of it all, Canelo Alvarez said, "No excuses," right after he lost to Bivol. A few moments later, he made 1,000,000 excuses to why he lost to Bivol, which is so hypocritical because, first of all, Canelo was bigger than 90% of the opponents he fought. In fact, Caleb Smith is bigger than Bivol. And Canelo Alvarez put a beat down on Caleb Smith. Now all of a sudden, weight is an issue when it came to Bivol. Second of all, Bivol and Canelo are literally the same weight. In fact, Canelo Alvarez probably weighted more the night of the fight. Bivol already revealed that he walks around 186, 190 pounds when he's not fighting and out of shape. On the other hand, Canelo Alvarez walks around 200 pounds when he's not fighting. When Canelo Alvarez fought Amir Khan at 155 pounds catchweight, Canelo Alvarez rehydrated to 186 pounds the night of the fight. This man gained nearly 30 pounds, so you can just imagine against Bivol what he weighted. He probably came in at 190 plus. And how is Canelo too small for Bivol, who fought at 168 before? But he's not too small for Makabu, who fights at cruiserweight. Canelo was trying to move up above light heavyweight to cruiserweight. Then, according to Eddie, Canelo was going to move up to heavyweight to fight Usyk. However, now all of a sudden, he's too small for Bivol, even though he weighted more than Bivol the night of the fight. I mean, these excuses are laughable. Canelo Alvarez already fought at light heavyweight before. This is only his 4th division. Nobody said Floyd Mayweather was too small when he moved up to his 4th division, welterweight, and whooped everybody there. Fighters outweighed Floyd by 20 pounds plus, every single one of them. But none of that matters because skills pay the bills. Floyd Mayweather even moved up another division to 154, his 5th weight division, something Canelo haven't even done yet. That's equivalence of Canelo moving up all of the way to cruiserweight to fight Usyk. Floyd moved up to his 5th weight division and whooped Oscar De La Hoya, Cotto, and Canelo Alvarez with ease. You have Mike Tyson for an instant. He was shorter and smaller than all of his opponents at heavyweight. However, he still became undisputed. Skills pay the bills. That's why Bivol was willing to go down to 168 to fight Canelo for the rematch, and Canelo declined. Canelo rather be the loser of the century and continue to make excuses instead. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.